Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, chapter 18, verse 8. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, if one gives up his obligatory duties, Nitya and Naimittika karmas, out of delusion, then it is tamasic. I think here the moga, the delusion is that if I become a sannyasi, I don't have to do any work, complete rest. No need to do any nitya or naimittika karmas. That is the thinking, that is the delusion that person is having. So Bhagavan says it is tamasic. Now verse 8. Dukkamityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayatyajet sakritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga palam labet. If one gives up his obligatory duties, that is nitya and naimittika karmas, because they are painful, dukkam, or out of fear of physical suffering, kaya klesha bhayat. If I do this work, I will have some physical suffering. Then that tyaga, he gives up that work, obligatory duty. That tyaga is Rajasic. Bhagavan Krishna says he won't gain anything out of this type of tyaga. This person is a lazy fellow. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says this person is a lazy fellow. Swami Chinmayananda says a man of action and passion, Rajas, will readily undertake to act and fulfill his obligatory duties if it is not too painful or are not too exhausting. But he will give up when he thinks the work is laborious or too much of exertion is required for that work. To perform obligatory duties without sacrificing one's own personal comforts is no heroic life at all. Doing the routine work, it is not something great. Everybody is doing. What you are doing extra? Such actions have no special reward. Bhagavan Krishna says, he shall attain no fruit whatsoever in this type of abandonment. Performance of one's obligatory duties is itself the most glorious of all forms of tyaga. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. Even if you do your obligatory duties, nitya naimittika karmas, so that itself is a most glorious thing. It can be considered doubly so when it involves a certain amount of sacrifice of one's own personal convenience and bodily comfort. You should be ready to sacrifice. Swami Chinmayananda says, Arjuna was hesitating to fight the battle, which was his obligatory duty. His relinquishment is Rajasic Tyaga. That is what Swamiji says. I said in the previous verse, if you remember, that Arjuna's relinquishment is of Tamasic Tyaga. So, naturally, when there is a difference, Swamiji's view will prevail over my view. So, Swami Chinmayananda says this type of the Arjuna's Tyaga is of Rajasic type. Swami Chinmayananda's view will prevail over my view. That is what I would say. So what I understand is normal routine work this person is willing to do. Obligatory duties. Like example, going to office. You will go to office, come back at 5:30. In between tea or coffee, afternoon lunch, then snacks and coffee. Evening 5:30, you will leave the office. But if he is asked to put a little more effort, or if he is asked to sit, tomorrow is a board meeting, you sit for a long hour, he will say, sir, I cannot. I am sorry. Uh, I am a diabetic patient, so don't ask me to do all those things. So he will leave the office. This kind of tyaga, nothing is gained. That is what I think. I may be wrong. So this type of, he is doing obligatory duties, but he is not willing to exert himself. He is not willing to undergo any pain. So that kind of tyaga is Rajasic tyaga. That is what I understand. Verse 8. दुःखमित्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् सकृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत्. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. नारायण 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 नारायण